Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I'll be discussing what I thought of the second and latest episode of Star Trek Discovery. The second episode dropped today on CBS All Access. I just got done watching it after a very busy day at work, and I'm so happy to finish my day with such a great show. Now, before I begin, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled episode review. If you're not caught up on Star Trek Discovery by the Season 3 premiere from last week or this episode from today, don't keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. So, you have been warned. That being said, let's dive right back in. I gotta say, I'm not surprised that this episode was centered around what happened to the crew of the Discovery. Obviously, season premiere, we saw specifically what happened to Michael after she came through the wormhole, took off her suit, landed on Earth, and, was trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And now the same thing happened to the crew, but it's all of these beloved, awesome characters we've come to know and enjoy over the years. I absolutely love how Saru continues to be a gentle, kind soul, especially the super awesome compliment he gives Tilly when he says that she would make the best first impression for a first contact situation, which was really sweet of him. And I love how despite that, he can be a strong, powerful leader and kind of a badass when he needs to be. He tries to remain reasonable, sensible, and diplomatic and negotiate his ways out of a sticky or troubling situation, to which, to his credit, he tried to do until it was forced to become violent. And I love how he defiantly, gets in the face of Giorgio when she wants to kill the marauder who held them at gunpoint. And for a second there, you're like, "Ooh, is she gonna shoot him?" Nah, she's just spinning the gun around to give it to him. And I think he kind of earned her respect in a sense, because she's always been very disrespectful to him. Hell, she had that racist line earlier in the show when she talked about, it's like, what did she say? Like, "Oh, these aren't Kelpians seeing a spaceship for the first time." I'm like, Jesus. And then the looks on all the other characters' faces, they're all looking at each other, and Saru, God. Oh, I've missed Michelle Yeoh. She is so great in this role. I love how her first line in this episode was, "What? Someone had to make sure he was dead," referring to Leyland and all his brains covered all over her boots. That was awesome. Oh man, I love seeing Jet and Paul together, just ripping each other and just vibing off each other. They have such great chemistry as good friends and comrades. And her, despite her horrible spine injury and his, brain being scrambled, they're still able to quip one-liners at one another, which was a huge delight. And they managed to save the ship in a way. They were starting to get it out of there from the parasitic ice. That shit is horrifying. It seems we've met our new villain of the season, and if not our new villain, a villain, or at least an antagonistic character, Zahir, played by the great Jake Weber. You saw him more recently in recent memory as a recurring villainous role on Hell on Wheels, and from one of my favorite movies, Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. And he played a great space marauder. And I loved how that whole sequence felt like a space western frontier type of situation. And obviously they sent him out into the cold, but he's a pretty recognizable actor. And if they're going to kill a character like that, it'll be on screen in your face. So he'll be back eventually. I also was very pleased and shocked to see that Michael found her crew so soon. I thought, well, maybe they'll drag it out for the next 2 or 3 episodes, but nope, now they're reunited. And it's been a year since she crashed there from the wormhole. I mean, Christ, I guess it could have been longer, but a year she's been waiting for these guys. Her hair looks great, by the way. That is such a good look for her. And, I'm just like, wow, so she's been waiting and looking for these guys for a year. And you can tell just how incredibly happy she was and the rest of the crew was when they all found each other. That was a really touching, special moment. Overall, solid episode. Really loved all the little character-driven scenes and stories we got. And I'm really looking forward to the next one. So what did you guys think of this episode? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you expecting more, expecting less? I want to hear from you guys, your thoughts and your feelings about it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful excuse me. Sorry about that. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Star Trek Discovery Season 3, the first 2 episodes are streaming on CBS All Access. Thanks for watching, guys, and of course, until next time, live long and prosper.